everyone. It's me, Terri of the Yarn Joy Podcast. Welcome back to another episode of Finish It Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. So last week's Finish It Friday project that I had selected or drawn out of my container was the paper that said animal squares. This is a blanket that I've been working on, and it all started with the square I did way back in February for the Leapfrog Make-Along, and it was a square that had a face of a frog on it. Well, that website where I found the frog pattern was vlogmas.com. I think that's what it's called. I'll link it down below in the description box. So she had done several squares, of different animals meant to be put together, in a blanket or whatever, all the same stitch count. And so I saw that frog and I did that one for the Leapfrog Make-Along, and then I just thought the other ones were so cute, I thought I would keep going and make more of the animal squares. And I had a lot of this bright yellow Red Heart Super Saver yarn, and I thought, well, I'll use that as the background color. So I did that, and so I started working on them, and then I decided that maybe instead of doing all of squares, animal squares, that I would do like a checkerboard effect and have some plain, solid yellow squares to go, every other one with the animal squares. So that's what I've been working on. And so this past week, that's the one I drew out of the container. And so I had set a goal for myself to do one animal square and at least 2 of the solid yellow squares. And so I did that. I got them finished. And also I laid it out because I had laid these squares out before, I thought I took a picture of them. And I thought I had written down, kind of made some notes about like planning out the rest of the squares, but I could not find that paper for anything. I don't know what happened. I guess it got thrown away somewhere. I don't know. So anyway, started over and I laid out the squares again once I finished this past week's squares, the newest ones, and then took a picture of them this time and figured out kind of a layout, and then calculated up like how many more squares I would need. So let me go ahead and show you the square that I decided to do, the new animal square. And this is another square by the YMsCrafts.com, I think, website, because I have also made, I know, at least one square, maybe a second one, out of a book that I've got called, this right here, let me grab it here. It's 3D Granny Squares, because there are some animal squares in here that's just the face, and the stitch count is similar to the squares from YM's Crafts, and so I just altered the stitch count just a little bit to make it the size that I needed. And so I have made, well, I know I've made one, the fox square. I was thinking I made a couple more. Anyway, I'm going to be using these for a couple more of the animal squares. Okay, but this latest one that I just made is from the original website. And so this is the one I decided to do. I did change the colors, but I made the tiger square. Now hers was like a white tiger. It was like white with, I think the stripes were a gray that she used, but I decided to go more traditional, I guess, and I made an orange with the black stripes. So that is my tiger square. The back don't look too bad. I've got one little spot of black right there when I was sewing something on. I don't know, I might be able to cover that up with some of the orange. But I did put the disc back here in the middle, like I've been doing the other ones, where it would hide, like where I would be sewing on the eyes and things. And so I did do that. And so that is my tiger square. I just have one tail I didn't weave in. And then I went ahead and did 2 yellow solid squares, so 1 and 2, and those are all weaved in. Okay, so that is my accomplishment for this past week for the Finish It Friday project. I will pop in a picture right here of the layout so far. I think what I'm going to do is, 5 squares by 5 squares, which would give me 25 squares. Okay, that's what I'm kind of thinking I'm going to do. So it'll be a square blanket. So here's the picture of it where it has 5 across. If I do 5 across, then I can do 3 animal squares, you know, on the top row and 3 at the bottom, and then the other have 2. But I think it just kind of balanced it out. If I did 4 across, then the animals didn't look evened, balanced out anyway. So yeah, there was the picture there. So that's what I've gotten so far. And if I do 5 by 5, I did write myself a little note here, and I'm going to put this in the container, which is right down below me here, where I'm having, you know, where all these pieces are, so that I don't lose this paper this time. Okay, so according to, if I do the 5 by 5, I need to do 8 more of the yellow solid squares and 5 more animals. And so I was trying to figure out the animals, and I think I'm going to do a lion, which is out of this book, and then a bear, which is, I think, out of this book. It looked like it's pretty simple to do. And then a cat and a bunny, and then the 5th one is kind of up in the air. So the cat and the bunny are on the Wyams Crafts. Yeah, I hadn't done the bunny because the bunny ears go up kind of higher than the square, you know, one square contained in one square like this is. And so what I think I'll do is I'll do it, but then the ears, they will be secured at the bottom, but they won't be pinned on until I can get another square attached. And then the ears will go up, you know, into the solid square a little bit. I think it'll look cute that way. So yeah, a cat, a bunny, which is from this website, and then a lion and a bear, which I believe is out of this book, if I remember. And then there's a turkey square, and I might do the turkey. It's kind of the same way as the rabbit ears, where it'll go up, extended up a little bit in the square above it. But I think it'll look cute. And so I think that's what I'm going to do for my 5th square. I'll leave that to the last one because I'll be looking and thinking about other animals if I want to do that instead of the turkey. But right now, that's kind of the plan. So putting this paper into this container down here with all my other animals. So there's the ox. So all the other animal squares and the solid squares. So I've got them all in here. Yeah. So the paper is in here. And I'm going to go put this book in the box too. Okay, I'm going to put that down. Now, since I accomplished that goal, it's time to draw again, and we will see. If I draw animal squares, then I'm going to draw something else. But we'll see if it's something different. Okay, took the lid off. Scramble them up around. We'll see what the next square is going to be. I mean, the next project. Okay, let's see what this is. Oh, yeah, okay. This one is Stitch Sampler 1 section, it says. So let me get that, and I will show you what that is. Okay, so here is the Stitch Sampler. And it is a relatively, let me put it right there. You might see a piece of the bucket there. Anyway, this is something that I just added to the Finish It Friday project pieces of paper. And I'll tell you about it and show it to you to remind you. Okay, so I had a bunch of squares that were all different stitches, and I had and similar colors. And so I had them, I was following something that I was doing, and then I think the crochet along or whatever, it stopped, or I just stopped making the squares. I don't know, but I had all these squares, and I decided to stitch them together, which I did. And I thought, okay, well, I'm just going to, you know, do something with them. And so I stitched the squares together, and then I started going around them. And I think, if I remember correctly, it is the Around the Bases project. The one I've done so many times. It's like a stitch medley. It was a crochet along, but I really like it because you start like with your own square in the middle, and as long as you have the stitch count is correct per side, then you can go on with, or you continue on with their pattern. Okay, and so each there's all these different rounds of different stitch patterns. And so that's what I decided to do for this. I still have a lot of the yarn left, you know, of all these colors. I have the multicolored one, which is this one right here. It is Karen Simply Soft Paints in the colorway Peacock Feather. So I've got that, which is the multicolor right here. And I've got, oh, and I've got another one. I've got, looking in my box, I have two of those variegateds. Okay, so I have two of those, and then I have a full skein of the blue, which is something I got off clearance. I see the Walmart sticker. It is Karen Simply Soft Cobalt Blue. I've got a whole one and a piece of one right here of that color. And then I've also got quite a bit of the green, which looked like I had did something and unraveled it and wrapped it around here. But I'm sure this is probably a full skein in chartreuse. So I have this one, and I have a piece of one. Yeah. And so I have a pretty good amount of yarn. And then, of course, I'm just using white, which is also Karen Simply Soft, I believe. Yeah, in white. Right here. So that's what I'm going to do. I wrote on there one section, so I think that means that I will go back to the around the bases and continue, do the next, whatever the next stitch section is. And I will probably use a different color. Maybe I'll use the blue, or depending on the stitch. If the stitch is something like that, the stitch wouldn't be lost in the variegated pattern using the variegated, I might use the variegated for the next section, or I'll use the blue maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to see what it is. But anyway, that is what I've got. It's like a 12, I got 12 squares there, 4 by 3. And I do have the corners marked. So I believe it was the around the bases, because I've got several blankets of these going in my whips using that around the bases. I think I've got this one, and then one of the corner to corner projects too. And then I have another one that I'm using another blanket pattern, picking sections out of that one. So that's why I was thinking. I didn't know for sure which one, but I think it's the around the bases. I'll check and see. I do have a few ends to weave in here, which is where I joined the squares together. I used a slip stitch method for joining squares together by TL Yarn Crafts, I think is what the one I used. And I really liked it. I didn't have to hand sew the squares together. I just did this slip stitch type join. And yeah, it's looking really good. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be working on this next week, is putting one more section stitch of this stitch sampler around it. And that's it. So that's my project for this upcoming week. I'm glad that I did write just one section on there, because, which only be a few, 4 rounds or so, I don't know. Because it being Christmas season, I'm working on a bunch of other things too. So that's my project for my Finish It Friday. Come back next Friday and I will show you what the progress on it and what it's looking like. So I put the paper back in here because I know I won't be finishing it. And I will put the lid on with a loud pop. Okay. Okay, so that is my Finish It Friday. Thanks for checking out my video and checking out my progress on the Animal Squares blanket. And I'm so glad I have a new plan for that. And, because I looked for that piece of paper everywhere and I couldn't find it. I don't know what happened to it. Okay, so on to next week's project. And like I said, come back next week and I'll show you how it's looking, the progress on it. Okay, I'm going to go because I have to make a Vlogmas video right after this one. And so, yeah, I hope you're having a great Friday, and I hope you have a great weekend coming up. And, yeah, so we'll see you in the next video, which it will be Vlogmas Day 6 if you're seeing it the same day as this one. Yeah. And then we'll see you every day after that for continuing on with Vlogmas. Okay, I'm going to go. See you later in the next video. Bye-bye.